compressions, Caroline. Ventilations.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
Dive into the sun-soaked world of Baywatch, the iconic 1989 series that turned lifeguards into global superstars. From its rocky start to becoming a cultural phenomenon, Baywatch is packed with bizarre, behind-the-scenes stories and quirky trivia. Join us as we uncover 20 weird facts about the show that defined a generation, revealing secrets from the beaches of Los Angeles to the drama off-screen. Get ready for a wild ride through the waves of Baywatch history. Number 1. The show that almost drowned before it swam. Baywatch hit NBC in 1989 with a splashy pilot, Panic at Malibu Pier, which ranked among the top 10 shows of its week. But the first season was a ratings disaster, limping in its 60th out of 111 series, outdone by forgotten shows like My Two Dads. The production company GTG went bankrupt, leaving the show stranded. NBC didn't see the potential in lifeguards doing CPR, and cancellation loomed. Enter David Hasselhoff, who slashed his per-episode salary to secure syndication rights for a mere $10. His gamble paid off. Baywatch became a global hit, watched by over 1.1 billion viewers weekly at its peak. International fans, especially in Germany and the UK, fueled its revival, proving that bronze lifeguards had universal appeal. The show's early grit, more akin to an 80s action drama like Riptide than the campy spectacle it became, was nearly lost to history, all because American audiences weren't ready for its beachy charm. Number 2, the slow-motion secret was Olympic gold. Those iconic slow-motion beach runs are synonymous with Baywatch, but their origin is surprisingly highbrow. Producers drew inspiration from Olympic broadcasts where slow-motion replays captured athletes' grace and power. The Baywatch team saw lifeguards as everyday Olympians, their red swimsuits cutting through waves like sprinters on a track. Director Greg Bonann spliced lifeguard footage from Venice Beach to Don Henley's The Boys of Summer to pitch the show in the slow-mo aesthetic Stuck. It wasn't just eye candy, though it didn't hurt that the cast looked stunning in lycra. The technique amplified the drama of rescues, turning mundane sprints into cinematic poetry. By the mid-90s, the slow-mo shots became so iconic that they inspired parodies and even Friends, where Joey and Chandler named their pet duck Yasmine after Yasmine Bleeth. The Olympics may have inspired the style, but Baywatch made slow motion a pop culture art form. Number 3, the swimsuit weight clause that stressed the cast. The red lycra swimsuits were Baywatch's calling card, but they came with a catch. Cast members, male and female, were contractually barred from gaining weight during filming. Alexandra Paul revealed to Esquire that her contract explicitly forbade any extra pounds, a clause she initially thought applied only to women, but later learned included the men too. The form-fitting suits left little room for error, and the pressure to maintain a chiseled physique was relentless. David Hasselhoff himself used the show's gym set to pump iron between takes as it was fully functional. This obsession with perfection wasn't just vanity, it was business. The show's global appeal leaned heavily on its idealized beach bodies, and producers enforced strict standards to keep the fantasy alive. For actors, this meant grueling diets and workouts, with some, like Pamela Anderson, facing added scrutiny after personal choices like breast implants to keep up with the show's aesthetic demands. Number 4, a theme song saga that rocked the charts. Baywatch's iconic theme, I'm Always Here, by Jimmy Jamison of Survivor, wasn't its first. The pilot used Kim Carnes' Above the Waterline, and the NBC season featured Peter Cetera's Save Me Complete with Bonnie Raitt on guitar. When the show hit syndication in 1991, Jamison's anthem became its signature, landing in the Guinness Book of World Records as part of the most-watched show ever. But there's a twist in Germany. David Hasselhoff's duet with Laura Branigan, I Believe, played over the end credits and became a chart-topping single. Hasselhoff, a music star in Europe, also hit number 1 with Looking for Freedom in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. The theme song Shuffle didn't stop there. DVD releases swapped Save Me for Carnes' track due to licensing issues, and remastered episodes often cut or rescored music, altering the nostalgic vibe for fans. The music wasn't just background, it was a global phenomenon in its own right. Number 5, Baywatch Nights, the weirdest spin-off that flopped. In 1995, Baywatch spawned Baywatch Nights, a bizarre attempt to reimagine lifeguards as private detectives. David Hasselhoff's Mitch Buchanan traded rescues for noir-style crime-solving, joined by Baywatch cop Garner Ellerby and Angie Harmon as a former NYPD detective. Soul singer Lou Rawls even crooned the sultry theme. The show pivoted to paranormal plots in its second season, with aliens and sea monsters aiming for an X-Files vibe. It was a creative swing and a miss. Critics and fans found it absurd, and it lasted only 2 seasons. Hasselhoff later admitted it was a stretch, but producers pushed it to capitalize on the Baywatch brand. The show's sets doubled as crew break rooms, a cost-saving trick from the main series, but even that couldn't save it. Baywatch Nights remains a quirky footnote, proof that even a billion viewers couldn't make lifeguard detectives a thing. Number 6, the syndication budget, slash that changed everything. When Baywatch moved to syndication in 1991, its budget was cut by 30%. To survive, producers got creative. Sets like the lifeguard station kitchen had running water and doubled as crew break rooms. The gym where Mitch flexed was a working gym for cast and crew. This scrappy approach shaped the show's early 90s vibe, less polished, more raw. David Hasselhoff took a pay cut betting on future profits, a move that made him a fortune when the show exploded globally. The lean budget forced tighter storytelling, focusing on beach rescues and interpersonal drama over flashy effects. This resourcefulness turned Baywatch into a syndicated juggernaut, proving that necessity breeds invention. The show's ability to thrive on a shoestring budget while captivating over 1 billion viewers weekly is a testament to its raw, unpolished charm and the team's relentless hustle. Number 7, Pamela Anderson's love scenes sparked real-life drama. Pamela Anderson's C.J. Parker was a Baywatch icon, but her off-screen life stirred chaos. During the mid-90s, Anderson married Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee, whose jealousy over her love scenes with co-star David Chokachi turned explosive. According to Hasselhoff's memoir, Don't Hassle the Hoff, Lee once smashed windows on set in a rage, requiring security to intervene. The show's steamy subplots, often played for laughs, had real consequences for the cast's personal lives. Anderson's presence was a ratings magnet. Her departure alongside Yasmine Bleeth led to a viewership dip. Fans on platforms like Reddit still debate her impact, with some arguing she was never a main character, appearing sporadically, yet her red swimsuit became the show's enduring image. The line between on-screen romance and off-screen drama blurred, making Anderson's tenure a whirlwind of tabloid-worthy chaos. Number 8, the episode order, mess that confused everyone. Baywatch's episode order was a chaotic puzzle. Seasons 3, 7, 8, 9, and 11 were aired out of sequence, causing narrative whiplash. Characters got introductory episodes long after their debuts, romances broke up and reformed inexplicably, and departures felt random. A Reddit user who binged all 242 episodes noted that Season 3's jumbled order was particularly jarring, with Pamela Anderson's arrival feeling disjointed. Fans had to piece together timelines like detectives. The disorder stemmed from syndication's loose scheduling, where stations aired episodes based on availability, not story. One fan on Reddit even created a corrected viewing order to fix the mess. This sloppy structure frustrated viewers, but added to the show's campy charm. Baywatch was never about airtight plotting. Its heart-pounding rescues and beach vibes kept fans hooked, even if the storylines were as scattered as sand in the wind. Number 9. The name that almost was Aquatic Corps for Emergency Service. Before it was Baywatch, the show was nearly called Aquatic Corps for Emergency Service, ACES. Inspired by the Santa Monica Bay rescue boats, the final name Baywatch had a snappier ring. Co-creator Greg Bonann, a real-life lifeguard, pitched the concept after years of sports video work, convincing writers Michael Berk and Douglas Schwartz at the lifeguard games. The original title reflected the show's early focus on gritty rescue missions, but Baywatch better captured its breezy, beachy allure. The name change was a marketing masterstroke, instantly evoking sun surf and heroism. Without it, would the show have become the global titan it did? ACES sounds like a military procedural, not the sexy, campy drama that defined 90s TV. The switch set the tone for a cultural phenomenon that still conjures visions of red swimsuits and slow-motion heroism. Number 10. The remaster that rewrote history. In 2018, Fremantle remastered Baywatch for streaming on Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Pluto TV, but it wasn't a simple glow-up. The show was shot on tape, not filmmaking, true HD impossible. Instead, editors recreated episodes, often deviating from the originals. The aspect ratio shifted to 16:9 widescreen cropping, some shots and widening others, altering the visual feel. Music licensing issues forced cuts or replacements with sound-alike tracks, diluting the 90s nostalgia. Fans on Reddit griped about the loss of iconic songs, which were central to the show's vibe. The remaster's warm, sunny visuals were praised, but purists felt it betrayed the gritty charm of the VHS-era original. This wasn't just a technical upgrade, it was a reimagining that changed how new generations experience Baywatch, proving that even a beach classic can't escape the tides of time. Number 11, the documentary that dived deep. In 2019, a documentary titled After Baywatch Moment in the Sun was announced, later airing on Hulu in August 2024 as an ABC News Studios production. Directed by Matthew Felker, it reunited top cast members like Pamela Anderson and David Hasselhoff to reflect on their time in those red swimsuits. The film explored the show's cultural impact from its global fandom to its campy legacy. Unlike the series' lighthearted tone, the documentary dug into personal stories. Cast members discussed the pressures of fame, body image, and the show's relentless pace. It also tackled Baywatch's paradoxical reputation, mocked for its simplicity, yet adored by billions. The documentary didn't shy away from the show's cheesecake appeal, but it framed Baywatch as a time capsule of 90s optimism, where lifeguards were heroes and beaches were eternal. Its candid look at the cast's lives added depth to a show often dismissed as fluff. Number 12, the lifeguard who was the real deal. Michael Newman, who played Mike Newmy. Newman was more than an actor. He was an actual lifeguard. His real-world expertise shaped Baywatch's rescue scenes, which he helped direct for authenticity. Fans on Reddit noted that Newmy often saved the day in episodes, a nod to his skills, though he rarely got meaty dialogue. His presence grounded the show's over-the-top drama, reminding viewers that lifeguarding was serious business. Newman's dual role as actor and consultant ensured that rescues from CPR to shark encounters felt plausible, even if the plots veered into soap opera territory. His understated heroism contrasted with the show's flashier stars, making him a fan favorite for those who valued substance over glamour. In a series built on fantasy, Newman was the real hero who kept Baywatch's heart beating. Number 13, the Friends connection that named the dove. Baywatch's cultural footprint extended to Friends, where Joey and Chandler were obsessed with the show, even naming their pet duck Yasmine after Yasmine Bleeth. This nod in the hit sitcom cemented Baywatch's place in 90s pop culture. The duck, a quirky mascot for the duo's bromance, reflected how Baywatch was both a guilty pleasure and a shared obsession. Fans on Reddit recall Friends episodes where Joey's crush on Yasmine fueled comedic bits mirroring real-world fandom. Bleeth's character, Caroline Holden, was a Baywatch staple, and her departure alongside Pamela Anderson's marked a turning point for the show's ratings. The Friends reference wasn't just a throwaway gag, it showed how Baywatch infiltrated everyday life, from beach houses to Manhattan apartments, proving its reach went far beyond the sand. Number 14, the crossover with Gilligan's Island. In a bizarre Season 2 stunt, Baywatch crossed over with Gilligan's Island. The episode, a fever dream of 90s TV, featured the Baywatch crew encountering characters from the classic sitcom. It was random, campy, and quintessentially Baywatch, a show unafraid to lean into absurdity. Co-creator Douglas Schwartz, nephew of Gilligan's Island, creator Sherwood Schwartz likely orchestrated the cameo, blending his uncle's legacy with Baywatch's beachy chaos. The crossover didn't advance the plot, but added to the show's reputation for wild, anything-goes storytelling. Fans on Reddit called it so random LOL, but loved its nostalgic charm. This oddball moment highlighted Baywatch's willingness to experiment, even if it meant stranding lifeguards in a sitcom shipwreck. It's a quirky artifact of a show that thrived on surprises. Number 15, the haunted hotel episode that spooked fans. Season 4's double episode about a haunted hotel room stands out as one of Baywatch's weirdest detours. The plot, involving ghostly apparitions and eerie vibes, felt more Scooby-Doo than beach drama. Fans on Reddit praise its bold departure from standard rescue plots, with one calling it one of the most entertaining episodes. The supernatural twist, paired with the show's sunny aesthetic, created a surreal contrast that hooked viewers. It wasn't just filler. Baywatch often tackled offbeat stories, from shark attacks to serial killers, to keep plots fresh. The Haunted Hotel arc showed the show's willingness to push boundaries, blending camp with chills. For a series built on lifeguard heroics, this ghostly gamble paid off, proving Baywatch could spook, as well as it could save. Number 16, the billion-viewer phenomenon that never won an Emmy. Baywatch was the most-watched show in the world, boasting over 1.1 billion weekly viewers at its peak, yet it never snagged an Emmy. It held the record as the longest-running show without a nomination until Supernatural surpassed it in 2005. Critics slammed its simplistic plots and cheesecake appeal, but fans didn't care. The show's global dominance, especially in Germany and the UK, proved its universal draw. Reddit users argue it was pure entertainment, not meant for awards, but for fun. Baywatch leaned into its campy identity lifeguards battling earthquakes, sharks, and stalkers without apology. Its lack of critical love only fueled its underdog charm, making it a pop culture titan that thrived on heart-not accolades. The snub didn't dim its shine. It just made Baywatch's legacy weirder and prouder. Number 17, the sets that doubled as crew hangouts. To cut costs after syndication, Baywatch's sets pulled double duty. The lifeguard station's kitchen had running water and served as a crew break room. The gym set was functional, letting Hasselhoff and others work out during downtime. This practicality stemmed from a 30% budget, forcing producers to maximize every dollar. Fans on Reddit marvel at how these sets added authenticity. When Mitch cooked or trained, it felt real because the spaces were. This ingenuity kept Baywatch afloat during lean years, blending fiction with function. The show's scrappy ethos, born from financial necessity, gave it a grounded edge, even as plots veered into absurdity. It's a testament to the crew's resourcefulness that a billion viewers never noticed the sets were doing overtime. Number 18, the international fandom that saved the show. When NBC axed Baywatch after one season, international fans in Germany and the UK kept it alive. Their enthusiasm convinced producers to revive it for syndication, with Fremantle pushing for more episodes. David Hasselhoff's star power in Europe, where he was a chart-topping singer, sealed the deal. He took a pay cut to secure the rights, banking on global profits. The bet paid off. Baywatch became a cultural force, dubbed in dozens of languages and watched in over 140 countries. Reddit fans recall its universal appeal, with one noting, "Everybody watched it, even if they say they didn't." This global lifeline turned a failed NBC drama into a syndicated titan, proving that Baywatch's beachy charm transcended borders and saved it from oblivion. Number 19, the plane crash episode that soared. Season 4's double episode about a plane crash was a high-octane standout, blending disaster movie stakes with Baywatch's rescue-driven heart. The plot thrust lifeguards into a chaotic ocean rescue, showcasing their heroism beyond the beach. Fans on Reddit call it a peak moment, with one saying it felt like a blockbuster. The episode leaned into the show's knack for escalating drama, earthquakes, sharks, and now plane crashes, while keeping the sunny vibe intact. It was a bold swing, proving Baywatch could handle big-budget spectacle on a syndicated budget. The cast's chemistry, especially with Pamela Anderson's CJ in the mix, grounded the absurdity, making it a fan favorite. This over-the-top rescue cemented Baywatch's reputation for pushing lifeguard duties into epic cinematic territory. Number 20, the real-life paycheck myth. Fans often joke that Baywatch lifeguards lived impossibly glamorous lives on modest salaries. A Reddit user pointed out that Los Angeles County lifeguards actually earn well, today's equivalent of over $150,000 for someone like Mitch Buchanan. This grounded the show's fantasy. The cast's beachside mansions and perfect physiques weren't as far-fetched as they seemed. Still, the show exaggerated the lifestyle with slow-motion runs and high-stakes rescues, making lifeguarding look like a Hollywood blockbuster. The reality was less glamorous but well-paid, especially in California. This disconnect fueled Baywatch's mythos. Viewers bought into the dream, even if real lifeguards weren't dodging sharks or romancing in red swimsuits. It's a weird quirk that the show's excess was rooted in a surprisingly lucrative truth. The beaches of Baywatch are full of surprises, from nude scenes to wrestler cameos. What's your favorite Baywatch memory? Drop it in the comments and let's relive the slow-mo magic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more cinematic deep dives. Share this video with fellow Baywatch fans, and join us next time as we uncover more wild stories from your favorite films and shows. Stay curious and keep riding the waves of movie history with us.